Hollywood holds its breath. Los Angeles, after weeks of speculation, silence, and heartbreak, Dakota Johnson finally spoke. The woman whose gentle beauty kept fans guessing throughout the most painful chapter of her life has spoken, and her words have moved the world to tears. In a heartfelt and emotional interview with Vanity Fair, Dakota opened up about her breakup with Jamie Dornan, a man with whom she shared not only on-screen chemistry but an emotional bond that blurred the line between acting and reality. Her voice trembled as she admitted, "It was real, not what people think, not what the press says, but it was real to me. And letting that go was the hardest thing I've ever done." The confession sent shockwaves through Hollywood and the world. The legacy of 50 Shades of Grey, once celebrated for its bold sexuality, has suddenly become a symbol of heartbreak, regret, and the high cost of forbidden love. "He was my safe haven, until he wasn't," Dakota says softly, her eyes sparkling under the studio lights. For the first time, she describes what it was like to work with Jamie through years of intense filming, gossip, and emotional pressure. "When you spend so much time pretending to be in a relationship, sometimes you forget where the acting stops," she admits. "Jamie and I had real conversations. Not about fame or fantasy, but about people." She pauses before continuing, "He was my safe haven for a long time. But when that relationship got complicated, when it started hurting more than it healed, I knew it couldn't last." Her words cut through the chatter, revealing a gentle, not scandalous, truth. A truth about a woman who loved deeply but quietly. Behind the silence. In the months after Jamie publicly reunited with Amelia Warner, Dakota disappeared from social media, canceled appearances, and refused all interviews. Insiders say she was devastated. "Dakota doesn't cry in public," a close friend says. "She just keeps quiet. That's how she deals with her pain. She hides it in beautiful silence." During that time, she reportedly spent several weeks at her Malibu home, surrounded by her mother, Melanie Griffith, and grandmother, Tippi Hedren, both women who understood the heartbreak of Hollywood love stories. "They told her that heartbreak doesn't mean failure," the friend said. "It means you're brave enough to feel a final goodbye." Dakota revealed that her final conversation with Jamie was quiet and heartfelt, a moment that, as she put it, closed a chapter without any resentment. "We didn't yell, we didn't make accusations," she said. "We just sat there and acknowledged that time can be cruel. That love, no matter how strong, can be lost." She smiled weakly. "He said to me, 'You'll always have a piece of my heart,' and I said, 'I do. I just don't keep it.'" According to a source, the two met privately in Los Angeles before Jamie returned to London. It was a tearful goodbye, followed by a tight hug that the paparazzi couldn't catch. Dakota reportedly told him to go back to Amelia and fix what's broken, saying, "You can't build a home out of pain. Go where the light is." Healing through work. After months of heartbreak, Dakota threw herself into work, filming her next project, The Lost Season, a romantic drama that ironically focuses on love, betrayal, and forgiveness. Crew members described her as strong but fragile, showing her pain in every scene. She would finish a scene and quietly leave, a co-star shared. "You could feel the weight she was carrying, but she turned it into art." Director Sofia Alvarez revealed that Dakota's emotional honesty transformed the film. "There were moments when the whole crew was crying. You could see her healing, right there, on camera." Jamie's response, a whisper, not a statement. While Jamie has not publicly responded to Dakota's interview, sources close to the actor say he read it in silence and was deeply moved. He respects her for speaking the truth, a mutual friend shared. He knows he hurt her, even if it was unintentional, but he will always care for her. Insiders say Jamie even sent Dakota a handwritten note. "Thank you for your kindness, even if it was just a goodbye." The gesture, described as bittersweet, is said to have left Dakota in tears. The internet exploded again. Within hours of the interview being published, hashtag Dakota Breaks Silence became the top trending hashtag worldwide. Fans flooded social media with words of encouragement. She didn't just lose a love, she lost a dream. And she still spoke with grace. Dakota Johnson is the definition of class. No drama, just truth. Her silence is powerful, but her words have the power to heal. Even celebrities are speaking out. Anne Hathaway wrote, "Speaking with such sincerity in a world that only knows how to brag, that's courage." Florence Pugh commented, "She turned her pain into poetry. The song that says it all." Perhaps the most touching moment was when Dakota revealed that she had written a letter to Jamie that she never sent, a letter that later inspired a song she secretly recorded with a close musician friend. Title Paper Heart, the lyrics read, "You're a fire I can't hold, warmth burns. A story is told, I let you go. But I still hurt. Some hearts never heal, they just break." Fans immediately dubbed it the goodbye song. Although Dakota hasn't officially released it, a short clip has leaked online, a gentle piano melody, her whispery voice trembling through each verse. The clip currently has over 12 million views on TikTok. Finding peace after the storm. Months have passed since the interview, and Dakota seems stronger, freer, and more grounded than ever. She's smiling again, at movie premieres, charity events, and family gatherings. She's learning to live without the pain, a close friend says. She'll always love him, but she stopped waiting for what she lost. Dakota shared the experience again in a live radio broadcast. "It's weird, isn't it? Two people can love each other and still not be together. But maybe the purpose of love isn't to last, it's to change you." Her words echoed around the world, becoming one of the most quoted quotes on social media that week. A true Hollywood love. Film industry observers agree. Dakota and Jamie's relationship is more than just fiction. Their performances as Christian and Anna were more than just acting, they were emotional truths wrapped up in their performances. And for many fans, that truth will last forever. They were magical, one film critic remarked. But sometimes the magic was too bright to last. Even now, years after the final 50 Shades film, fans continue to edit videos, write tributes, and re-watch their interviews, looking for glimmers of light about what really happened between them. And perhaps, as Dakota's interview proves, it really was just love, a complicated, unspoken, and imperfect love. The power of letting go. When asked what she learned from the experience, Dakota paused and smiled softly. Sometimes closure doesn't come from what other people say, it comes from within. She looked up, her eyes soft but firm. "Jamie will always be a part of my story. But he's not the end of me anymore." Dakota Johnson's grace, composure, and ability to speak softly rather than bitterly made her a figure Hollywood rarely sees. A woman who has loved, lost, and still chosen kindness. Love remains. Somewhere in London, Jamie Dornan sits quietly with his family, a different person than he was before. And somewhere in Los Angeles, Dakota Johnson plays Paper Heart on a quiet evening, smiling at memories that are no longer so painful. They no longer speak, but their silence is no longer heavy. It is peaceful. It is the silence of two souls who met at the wrong time, but changed each other forever. Love doesn't always end in forever, Dakota whispered in her final words to Vanity Fair. Sometimes, it ends with thank you. And with that, Hollywood breathes a sigh of relief, not in scandal or blame, but in tears. Because some stories shouldn't last forever. They should be felt.